Good evening. Come on in, family. Okay, looks like everything on my end is plugged in properly. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, detoxers, our family community on this 27th night of Soul Detox. Hello, Damien. Yeah, I got a whole story to tell about that. Thank you. Thank you, Kamisha. Thank you, Minister Jerry. Good evening, Tony. Good evening, Pastor D. That's right. We are family. Come on, Show Johnson. She's making a statement tonight. Thank you, Minister Jerry. I'm trying so hard. One day y'all will hear about it. Night 27. Good evening, Carmen Figueroa. Good evening, Chevelle Jamison. Thank you, Minister Darlene. Hello, Deja. I saw earlier when I was in here messing around since about 6 o'clock, some early birds. Raphael, where you at? Are you here with me? Prophet Mike, Prudence. Prudence, did you make it on tonight? Evangelist Gwen. Nanita, good evening. Good evening, Jason. Rochelle. Hello, Lydia Cordova, Carmen Figueroa. Good evening, Crystal Adgers, Nubian Queen. Hello, Brittany. Minister Leah, who brought the word today while I'm out on sabbatical. Thank you, Manuel. Hello, Noemi, Constance. Good evening, Daniel Woodard, John Booker. Hello, Karen Jamison, Gwen Molden, Nicole, Audrey, Holly, Rosa Lee. Good evening, Donna, Danielle. Hello, Special, Mike Tate. Good evening, Joy Nolan, Rhonda Johnson. Hello, Carmen Sanchez. Yes, future leadership growth. Let's make it happen. Come on, Pastor KB, Carmen Crespo, Bianca, Pastor Carolyn. Good evening, Candy Oates. It's lit. All right, Mike Rose. Been hanging around Prophet Lisa too, huh? Ashley, hello. Patricia Wilson, hello. Lisa Palmer. Ronnie Bonner, hello. Anna Roman, Darlene. Robert Taylor, you and your wife have been hanging with us the entire time. I'm amazed and I'm so happy. Good evening, Yolanda Dawson. Jessica Shields. Good evening, Vanessa Boland. Tasha Ross. Aubrey Graham, which is Damien, right? Hello. Tony Cranford, I see you. And it looks like we're just repeating the names now, so I think I'm good. Renee Walton, Rosalind Grant. All right, Raphael. He said he's here with me. Audra Fisher. Mesa, good evening. Lasonia, hello. Ebony, my solutionist secretary. Can we give a shout out to Ebony for holding me down in such a strong way this year? Good evening, Lisa Palmer. Good evening, Angela. Well needed, says Robert Taylor. My good friends. All right, Mr. Howard. Good evening, sir. What state are you in? Did you make it to Florida yet? Jessica Shields, hello. All right, Raphael. Okay. I see you, Diana Santos. I think that's pretty much everyone coming in. We're at 69. I've been going through this year. I see you, Maria Cameron, Rhonda Johnson. I've been going through this year so detox because I just could not get the lighting together in my office in the house. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of windows in there and I thought natural light would be good, but I just couldn't get it right. And I have black velvet curtains, because that's kind of the color of the office. I thought that would help. And that light just washed me out every single night. And I just couldn't take it no more. For those of y'all that know me, you know that thing was ragging me if it bothered me. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I put on so much makeup every night. And I mean layers. It looked like I had mud on my face, a big disgrace. I looked like, and when I got on that camera, it was like nothing. And I'm looking and I'm like, this light is making me whiter than my skin naturally is. It was whiting me out. A couple people said, it's not bad. You're light skin. It's not bad. I know what I look like. Okay. And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't take it. So for the latter part of this evening, I was fooling around with different parts of the house, trying to figure out where I could get better lighting. I don't know what is with the lighting in there, but I'm definitely going to figure it out when I come in and do lives throughout the rest of this year. I'm going to have, I don't care if it's a corner of a wall studio, it will be put together because it's stressful. For me, it's stressful. So thank you for the compliments. But y'all can see the makeup tonight. I've had makeup on every single night. And it was just like, to me. So I'm glad I'm lighting up the screen tonight. I hope I'm not lighting it up with just that light skin. Good God. And my skin is sensitive not to go to the left. And I've been putting on so much makeup that I could feel my skin now from wearing all the makeup at night. And I'm wearing the same amount tonight. And you can see the difference, right? Bernard's in Mississippi. So hopefully, I don't know, the background might be a little boring for you, but I think I got the light bouncing off the beige linen curtains a little bit better, bouncing on to this. You can see my lips and my lipstick and some color. Ebony, am I better or is it the same to you? It's better? Yes, absolutely. Something was up with that, and we're stuck with it. I spent the evening last night looking over 30 Days of Soul Detox 2017, the first time we rolled out. And I'm just amazed that where we ended up now. I see the growth in a lot of us, all of us, including me and you. A lot of us that's been through it since 2017. And I just want to encourage you. It gets rough. And sometime as an apostle, I could get a little rough on you. But trust me, when I push, just hear the coach saying, come on, you can take 3 more pounds. You can take 5 more pounds. Come on, push that 10, push that 20. Because I know that procrastination, it probably got on your nerve. Was anybody triggered by the procrastination teaching? Yes, Brittany, it's gotten better year by year. I agree. And I went back and looked and I said, wow, I had jewelry on every night. I had nice necklaces every night. I had nice necklaces on. And I was like, man, I slipped up this year, but I was tired and I ain't going to front. Good. Well, that's my story. And I just want to tell you sometimes what it's like behind the scenes and getting on here. And, this stuff is out there. So that passive aggression hit serious. And I hope we all found some of that in us. I said I wanted us to open up with a homework assignment today. Ebony, do you remember what it was? Because I don't remember, but I know I wanted a homework assignment turned in. Did you write it down? All right. Can you put it up on the screen so that they can answer it? So what I'm looking for is coming up on the screen now. And it says, what is your legacy? Thank you, Minister Mike. What is your legacy? So how did you do today? If you're talking about my curtains, they're cream with specks of like brown in it, beige or brown. They're linen. You know what linen looks like? It's linen. What is your legacy? Vanessa, you want to come in and share with us? Do you dare share? Were you shocked to hear what the 5 was? I know Minister Misha came to me last night and she said, so I'm going to go to you first because I have access to you right now. What's my legacy? And I shared hers. What is your legacy? Welcome, Florence. Pastor D has hers: nurturer, teacher, love for people. What is your legacy? Thank you, Minister Jerry. She said, we're going to love you anyhow. Come on, what is your legacy? Yes. Ashley says, it's about teaching, Apostle. And you were beautiful every night just because of the teaching, huh? Nubian Queen said the word was on point, and that's what matters. I'm with y'all. You're apostolic people. Leah says dedication, timely, encourager, stylish. Cheryl Johnson says honest, forthright, strong, loving, and loyal. Damien said a powerful man of the people and tame. Kamisha said loving, loyal, compassionate, encouraging, and adventurous. So y'all didn't have anything that was said duplicate. Everyone had something different to say. Jason said helping others. Raphael said hospitality, value, respect. I would definitely say that for you, Raphael, hospitality. I've been to your house, I believe, once, maybe twice, and you pulled everything from the kitchen cabinets out. And I like that because I'm that way with my house too. They were laughing at me today. Peyton had a friend over and I kept offering food and offering ice cream and offering cookies. And you want to eat? You want something to drink? And they were like, oh, we're fine. But I do the same way. Lydia Cordova, from my daughter, best mom, best grandmom, best friend. Aww. Loving and strategic, said Tasha. My legacy is I'm giving, supportive, honest, loving, a giver. Good. Minister Ebony, Vanessa said she can come on. I don't know if you have to do anything. We can pull her in real quick because tonight I have to wrap up this chapter and we're going to move into drum roll. That's what it would be like for me. What I was really looking forward to, what I was looking towards. I'm still reading y'all chat comments. Chevelle said the duplicates for her were excellent or great leader. Good work ethics and studious, says Brittany. Very good. Donna Griffith said dedicated to family, selflessness, loyal, desire for God. I think for some of y'all, I might have even written it in your book, what I've written to you. That might be the piece of your legacy. That's good. Carmen Crespo said she wants to be known for encouraging the homeless clients that she comes in contact with and many others in the areas that are needed. Elder Manny said he's going to be known for music and encouragement. Awesome. I'm still reading your comments, even though I can't read everyone else. It's going by fast, but I'm reading them. John Booker, always laughing and jokes. I will say it like this for you, Booker. It's the laugh for me. It's the laugh for me. Yeah, it's true, always laughing. But when I think of you, I literally hear your laugh and then I start laughing. It's the laugh. Has anybody ever heard John Booker's laugh? John Booker and Marcus laugh will take you right out of whatever grief you're in. Good, good, good. Lover of God, says Ron. All right, let's hear from our guest tonight. We get to pull someone in. Let's hear from our guest tonight. She is a daughter of God. She's a daughter of the ministry, and she's a blessing, and she's just pursuing all things God, everything that he has for her. She's doing it with strategy and insight. And I know that she is truly applying all that she's learning. I hope she's not beating herself over the head with it because she's serious. Good girl. She's shaking her head. She's serious about what she's doing with her life. And while she has the time, she might as well go ahead and give it an uplift. So I can't wait to hear what came out of her report from, you said 5 people, right, Dr. Vanessa? Very good. All right. Well, we're going to bring her in from our green room. You want to bring her in? There we go.
Hello, hello.
Hello. We can hear you. Wonderful. It's working. It's working. How are you this evening?
I'm well, Apostle.
Good.
I'm well.
Good. I'm glad. Your sound sounds well too. Say something again.
I'm good.
Oh yeah, your sound is really good. Do you have a lapel mic?
No, this is my
No, I got
phone.
one for you, by the way.
What's that?
I bought one for you a couple months ago.
Thank you.
Yeah, for Kingdom Health Connections. We just have to meet up so I can give it to you.
Sounds good.
All right. So if you want to share a little bit about your experience and then tell us what came of this homework assignment that was given.
Yeah, it was a good experience. I asked 3 people in the ministry and 2 outside, and
Okay.
it was pretty consistent. Being a teacher, powerful, intercessor, being loving, trustworthy, mentorship. That was really the theme that was there. Integrity came up too as well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now, I saw your post last night in the chat, but I'm going to let you share it. What is it that you would like to be most known for?
Yeah, I would say I would like to be best known for, I'm going to say honesty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. And what about as far as works? What would you like to be best known for, remembered for?
What I created for God.
Mm-hmm.
What I
For
created
God.
for God. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, do you have an idea what that's going to look like as it unfolds over the years?
Yes, yes.
Good.
It's really bringing the honesty, the authenticity to the
Yes.
healthcare system. That's
Um,
I know that's why I'm here, and I'm excited.
wow.
I think about it
Wow.
every single day. So yes,
So
yes,
you know your calling.
yes, I
You're
do.
positive about your calling now. No hesitation, no doubt. Really good.
Yes,
Awesome. So you want to be known for the impact and influence and
yes,
inspiration in the medical field.
yes,
Yep. And I know
yes,
you want to collaborate that with the spiritual world, right?
yes,
What were
absolutely.
you, what were you going to say right there?
No, I how you said it was exactly what it is, and I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna do the replay and write it down because you said it perfect.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Beautiful.
definitely to collaborate it because I believe
Yep.
that's what works. I mean, the
Yep.
world doesn't know they need
Yep.
Christ. They're gonna know.
Yep.
And what
Absolutely.
better way than to demonstrate that in the health industry?
I agree
Yeah.
100%. I love what he's given you for your life calling. Whenever we've gotten together and you shared it with me, I can feel the inspiration and the passion. And I just hope that EI has taken you personally and gave you much more depth to who you are, and that it will show
Absolutely.
in everything that you do professionally, medically, spiritually, so that everything that God has given you to influence and inspire in this world, it will happen and it will last. I pray that is your legacy in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. I received the apostle.
Awesome. Anything
And
you
it's
want to
been
say before we
awesome.
let you go?
It's
Say again.
been awesome.
Awesome.
Life changing.
Beautiful.
And that's not
Woo.
even an understatement. Life
Wow.
changing. Every day I see EI and every day I've been improved. Life
Yes.
changing. Becoming aware. That awareness
Number
and
one.
being able to regulate from that place and really regaining control and power again. I just
Yes.
applaud you, awesome apostle.
Wow.
It's
Thank
been
you.
awesome and life changing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you.
Love you.
All right. Good night. God bless you. That was good. That was right on time. I know she means it and I know she's applying it. I see y'all coming in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll have time for a few more if anybody wants to share over the next few days. I don't have time for long testimonies. Again, I set the protocol. You're going to answer the questions directly. You're going to stay to the topic. It's because others may be lined up to speak, and this can't be your moment of light and shine. You know, that's why they took testimonies out of the church, because we were giving mics to people and they were preaching sermons, or they were giving passive aggressive statements with the microphone, trying to make remarks against the pastor or the leadership or something else going on in the church. There cliques in the church and all that foolishness. We have to learn to align ourselves to the vision. If we want to take advantage of opportunity, if we want to get into these open doors that God has opened for us in 2024, if we want to take seats at the table that has been spread before us, we've got to learn to be people of order. Stop saying, oh, you could get me later. No, I'm going to get you now. You do it publicly. The Bible says I can get you publicly. I'm going to do it now. So let's be people of order. Let's do things decently. Don't show that you struggle in your own insecurities, that when you get a mic, can't anybody trust you with it. Let's be people of order. Let's represent the order of God. Is that all right? Beautiful. I want to thank these wonderful people for sewing. You know how they sewed? They sewed on YouTube. They went in and made comments. They took time for me. And I think there's a few more on another video, but I have those written down on my office desk. So I'll read those tomorrow. You will not be ignored. You matter. I want to thank you for sowing words on YouTube. Chevelle, Gwyneth, Tony C, Diana, Nanita, Special, Prophet Mike Rose, Minister Anna, Edith Sylvia, Kamisha. Thank you so much. Every comment helps. I appreciate y'all. And if you are watching on YouTube and you have not subscribed yet, please go and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, because when I get on, some nights I'm a late night person. And some nights I just want to pop on like 11 or 12 at night. Even if you're asleep, it doesn't matter. I mean, it won't wake you. Notifications, depends if you have it on your phone. But sometimes God is inspiring me at 12 o'clock, and it's a prayer, or it's a declaration, or it's a deliverance. And I like to be able to move in that way. That's why I want the studio set up automatically. So even if you've been following on YouTube and you said, but I never subscribed to her page, because there's people I listen to on YouTube often and realize I wasn't even a subscriber. Hit subscribe, hit that little bell look, and make sure you have your notifications on. We're doing the work. We are so doing the work. And then I want to thank those who sold via Cash App. Thank you for your seed. I'm getting new lighting. Again, we're growing. We're getting better. We have to be more professional, and I'm getting better lighting. I've been looking every week at different studio setups, and we're getting better lighting, and we're going forward. So thank you for the seeds. I so appreciate it. I want to thank Ashley, Rochelle, Vanessa, Anna. Thank you for sewing on Cash App. And a special thank you. I'm not going to say this person's name because I want to read what they wrote. And they said, you are saving our marriage. And they sowed a very nice seed into Soul Detox for this work that we're doing, guys. We are saving a marriage. Come on, somebody. Can anybody get with me on this one? Put your little shouting emoji up, put your hands up in the air, put the healing, put hearts up, do something. I believe that we have caused couples to come together for 30 days or 30 nights together on this time together. Some nights I'm sure ended in arguments because it was some tough topics and we really wasn't learning how to balance that EI yet. But I'm telling you, I see growth. I see maturity. My. Thank y'all. Thank you. And thank you. Just got to get a little business out of the way. So please bear with me because we're winding down. We're ending up. It's Sunday and we're done on Wednesday night. We're winding down. So I want to remind everyone, if you have not gone on Amazon and left a review, please consider doing that for us. We're at the end of the book, so you can go ahead and make it your final one. And if you can also go to Goodreads. Some people weren't able to do it on Amazon because they haven't been shopping. So Amazon's not letting them put comments. Even if you bought the book from me directly on the website, you can still comment on Amazon. So please, if you will just sow another seed. And this is a seed of a recommendation on Amazon and Goodreads. Ebony sent out an email today, a text message on the app today. We've been posting it in here. A lot of people replied, I already did it. And that's beautiful. It wasn't for you then. It was just a reminder for those who hadn't done it yet. These are the things that help make it happen. So please help us by doing that. And for those who have done that, we promise that there will be some giveaways. And I'm going to announce it now. I couldn't do it before because I cannot reward you for doing reviews. That's not an integral way for authors on these websites. So now that you've already done it, and you've done it of a good heart, I can tell you now that you are put in the drawing for a life coaching package of emotional intelligence, where we're going to take you once a month for the rest of this year through emotional intelligence and help you finish this work in the areas that you notice you needed most help in. Chapter 4, the 4 pillars of emotional intelligence. Which one do you need the most? Which is your weakest place? And that's where we're going to work with you. Chapter 2, and we're going to get the work done. So you will be in for a year long of life coaching regarding emotional intelligence. And the other is also for a chance to win free mentoring tickets to my next mentoring session that is in March. If you go to my website, you will see it. You can register now. You won't regret it. It's changed a lot. God does that a lot with me. It's changed a lot how we go in and how we deal with people. March 4th is when we start the mentoring group. And it's just 4 sessions. It's once a week. It's in the evening. And we go in, we answer your questions. I work with you individually and we can really make it happen. So those are 2 things that I wanted to tell you about. We sent out your final assessment for this month, your final assessment. And that's the assessment on emotional intelligence to see your progress from when you had first taken the assessment to where you are now. So make sure you open up your email. It is sitting in your email, and we would like for you to do it and wrap it up. And this also helps me when I meet with the coaches to go over your development from when you first took the assessment to where you are now. And I want to remind everyone also that for everyone who attended this 30-day detox, we're going to have a special coupon code for you. If you are serious and you think you are really, not if you think, if you know that you are ready, you may have intrepidations, you may be a little fearful, you may be scared, you may have all these emotions and feelings, but you know that you want to go forward with a life coach. We're going to offer you a special coupon code that only you will get a special rate because you submitted to this 30-day sessions with me. You stuck in there, you hung in there. So I believe I can trust you with consistency, with a teachable mentality and a growth mindset. So those are the two things we're going to give away for those who had taken the time to give the reviews. And also they are all available anyway. So if your name isn't pulled for the EI package for the year, guess what? You're going to have a coupon code so you can get it done. We want you to get it done. I want to make sure that those who have taken the time to invested their time and their trust, and some with cash and some with posts on YouTube and such, I want to make sure that we have something to pay you back as well for that. Amen. Because you can't outgive me. I will always try to give more because I like that pressed down, shaking together and running over. I like to give space for more to come back. And I know that if I sleep with it under the mattress, that's all I get. Thank you, Minister Brittany. She said she's definitely interested. Very good. Thank you. I see I did it an hour ago. Consistency is key. I want my coupon code. All right. So let's knock this out the park tonight, if you don't mind. Ebony, if I forgot anything, please catch me before we end tonight. I'm trying to make sure we get all of the politics of the work out before we end. All right. Let's talk tonight where we have to finish up. I think in your book, it's 194. And we're going to wrap up this section right here that talks about emotional intelligence is fundamental to effective leadership. And I'm just going to go over this part here. We're going to finish this chapter, and then we're going to move into the bonus chapter that I put in. I added a bonus chapter. There's chapter 10, but we'll end on chapter 10 on Wednesday. Tonight, Monday, and Tuesday, we're going to deal with the leader in me. What is a leader? Someone tell me what a leader is. Unlock this next lesson tonight by giving me the answer. What is a leader? Someone who, what? Let me hear the language. Come on, the delay don't take that long. Come on, what is a leader? We beat that over the head. Yes, one of influence. What else? Yes, influence and inspires others. There you go. So remember, when I talk about this tonight, it doesn't matter whether you have a title or a role or a job description that puts you in a leadership title, a leadership image. You are a leader by your influence and your inspiration to others. Make sure that you are inspiring others to be great and to do great. Make sure that you are influencing others in places where their life can be better, where it can be of increase in whatever area it is. Make sure that your legacy at the end of your day, at the end of your life, you have done all that you could do. And you can feel good about your influence and your inspiration to other people. That's leadership. I've never had a leadership role in my life, but everywhere I went, I inspired and I influenced people to God. I inspired and I influenced people to be great mothers, to be great women, to be strong men, to be great providers, to be loving men, men to be vulnerable. Make sure that you are influencing and inspiring every day of your life, because you are, whether you know it or not. Emotional intelligence is fundamental to effective leadership. Why? Because it fosters trust, enhances communication, and enables conflict resolution. We need a little bit more of that in the world. Emotionally intelligent leaders excel in career advancement, entrepreneurship, and workplace satisfaction. So that means this is all for you. This is for you because you have a career, you need a career, you want a career, you are an entrepreneur, you desire to be an entrepreneur, you know someone who's an entrepreneur, or you're in the workplace. So you need to get your EI together. We also learned that leadership principles apply to personal life and leave a lasting impact. So let's talk about future leadership growth, if that's okay with you. And we're still in the book of EI. This is another good part that I enjoyed putting this in my book. As you continue your journey, remember that leadership and emotional intelligence are continuous growth processes. The skills and insights you've gained will serve you not only in your professional endeavors, but also in shaping a fulfilling and impactful life. Guess where your leadership begins? At home. Leadership is often associated with formal roles and responsibilities in the workplace or within the organizations. However, true leadership is not confined to titles or job descriptions. It begins within the very fabric of our lives and extends to our homes, families, and communities. Let's explore the profound concept that leadership begins at home. That's right. Minister Jerry's typing it. Minister Tasha's typing it. Can you please say that? Leadership begins at home. What is the affect of your leadership in the house? Is your family happy? Are they healthy? Is there a financial agenda, a financial goal? Or is there financial ignorance and we need to get the house, the home steward, team home on board with financial stewardship? Do we need to get them on board with having empathy in our household? Our home will be a home of empathy. Our home will be a home of do-overs. Our home will be a home of love, forgiveness, empathy, financial stewardship. What is it that you are building at home? Because leadership begins at home. If you are not influencing and inspiring at home, how dare you do it in a paid place? Leadership begins at home. Even though it's often associated with formal roles and responsibilities in the workplace or within organizations, the true leadership is not confined to titles. That's how I opened up this teaching. Or job description. It begins within the very fabric of our lives and extends to our homes, families, and communities. Let's explore the profound concept that leadership begins at home and how it shapes our character, relationships, and then impact on the world. Did you hear that? Do you know that that was also the model that Jesus used for his disciples to preach the gospel? It starts at home. It's the same model that he has for pastors. He said, if you can't pastor your own house, you cannot pastor mine. This is a model of first things first. It begins at home. And if you're not loving at home and you're loving to people, the girl at the donut shop, and you just gave your wife a horrible start to her day, shame on you. If you are very friendly with other people in different capacities in the job, because, you know, we only have 8 hours with them and everybody looks good. Everybody smells good. Everybody's happy to be around each other because we out of the house. And guess what? As soon as you get home, you got to work hard to put on your nasty face again. Shame on you. Your leadership begins at home. Your influence and your inspiration need to first come from the house. And then it can overflow into your community and your workplaces and the things you go about during the day. Leadership begins at home because home, if anybody knows about home, come on, home will test your character. Drum roll. Relationships will test your EI. And then when we've perfected that at home, and it doesn't mean we're perfect, it means we know where we need to do some work at. Then we can have an impact on the world. But if your shepherding in your home isn't right, and your first ministry isn't right, and your spiritual model isn't right, you are already out. First things first. Leadership begins at home. Witnessing starts at home, right? Am I in the book? And shepherding, again, leadership begins at home. So what is the foundation for leadership? I'm so glad you asked me. I love being with y'all in session. The foundation of leadership first starts with redefining leadership. Can someone say redefining leadership? Leadership, in its essence, is about influence and impact, because impact is inspiration. It's about guiding, inspiring, and supporting others towards shared goals and values. If you are drawing people to you, we talked about taking a walk and thinking you got people following you, but nobody's following you, right? Okay, so let's take it to the next scenario. If you're not guiding, inspiring, or supporting people towards their goals and values, what are you doing? While this is commonly associated with formal leadership roles, it begins at the most intimate level of our lives, in our homes. Let's redefine leadership, because it begins in the home. Absolutely. Number 2, the foundation for leadership, home as your training ground. Those kids, that spouse, that dog, those bills, that's your training ground. Our families and homes serve as the training ground for leadership. It's where we learn the fundamental principles of communication, empathy, conflict resolution, and teamwork. Can't wait for our marriage to start working together this year. These skills, you hear them? They're just skills. These skills for relationship, these are skills that you need to have for marriage, rooted in emotional intelligence, form the basis of effective leadership. And I could even add in there now, form the basis for effective relationships. Anybody agree with that one? Because this is where we're tested at. And most of us walk out of the homes that we were raised in lacking communication skills, not having much empathy, has zero experience on conflict resolution, and is mostly opposed to teamwork because of that first home experience. First things first, that experience. So we bring it in the workplace, and then they have to pay people to come in and train you, or they have to send you out to classes to get this done, or they have to constantly write you up and give you warnings or tolerate you because you don't have a boss that's trained in EI, so they're afraid to confront you. But it starts at home. Home is your training ground. Instead of losing it, find out how that challenge within your family can actually help you to be a better individual, that can actually help you in your leadership and in the workplace and everywhere else. Mr. Boss, you ain't got nothing on me. My spouse already took me through this. Oh, silly coworker, my kids already took me through that. I've perfected that. How about leadership in parenting? Parenting as leadership. Y'all didn't put that one down, right? Because we said home. You probably thought it was all included. That's cool. Parenting is one of the most profound expressions of leadership. Wow. I often think of the opportunity that I get with Peyton to show her leadership. And I count it not just a joy, I count it an honor that I'm able to pour into her at a much better state of my life, a better state of mind, more maturity, and I'm in Christ. You know, her father didn't get that. So she gets me at a time where I'm able to pour these things into her. And it's the most profound expressions of my leadership. It involves nurturing, guiding, and setting an example for the next generation. Emotional intelligence plays a pivotal role in parenting, as it enables parents and grandparents to understand and respond to their children's or grandchildren's needs and emotions effectively. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about leadership in marriage, leadership with your children? How about teaching emotional intelligence? Sorry, guys, this cough will not leave this body. Over a month now. Emotional intelligence, teaching it. Parents can cultivate emotional intelligence in their children by modeling it themselves. I often hear Prophet Lisa say, it's not what's taught as much as it's what's caught. You can say something and that will go over their head, but when they see it, that's what they're learning. That's what they're mimicking. Parents can cultivate emotional intelligence in their children by modeling it themselves. This section explores practical strategies for teaching emotional intelligence to children and fostering their leadership potential. Let's talk about leadership in relationships. Family dynamics, for one. Emotional intelligence is essential in navigating the dynamics of family relationships. It enables family members to communicate openly, resolve conflicts constructively, and cultivate empathy and understanding. Your next family dinner, your next cookout, your next family reunion is going to be real interesting. You can create a game called emotional intelligence and start improving our communication skills. How about for building strong bonds, strong family bonds at that? Leadership at home involves strengthening family bonds through shared experiences, quality time, and genuine connection. This section explores ways to build a supportive and emotionally intelligent family environment. How about leadership in the community? We all kind of hit that one. Extending leadership beyond the home. Okay. We've got it to a good place. We're recognizing ourselves through self-awareness. So now we can be trusted with leadership outside the home. Leadership that begins at home extends to the broader community. Engaging in community activities, volunteering, and serving as positive role models exemplify leadership in action. How about community impact through emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence will empower individuals to address community challenges with empathy and compassion. It enables effective collaboration, problem solving, and a sense of social responsibility. So what is our key takeaway for our ongoing practice? Let's see. Is that the part I wanted to do? Yeah, I actually do. We've got to hit that tonight. Let's hit that part tonight because I got to get to the scenarios. Key takeaways. In this chapter, we've explored the concept that leadership begins at home. Type it again. And its profound implications. Leadership is about influence and impact, starting with the most intimate aspects of our lives. Parenting is a form of leadership because it nurtures emotional intelligence in children. Emotional intelligence is the foundation of a strong family, for strong family bonds and effective community engagement. So let's talk about ongoing practice. Ongoing practice. If you were in the office with me, this was the part we'd really have a good time on. Leadership is not a destination, but a journey. Don't think you're going to get there and you will have arrived. You're going to arrive in 30 days. No, it is not a destination. You can't say in 30 days, the GPS said I will be there. This is a journey. And it's a journey that's going to continue throughout your life because you're going to grow. Your experiences are going to grow. And guess what? Challenges are going to grow as well. So don't just throw yourself off to the left and say, check, got this. No, baby, this isn't a destination. It's a journey, but it can be more enjoyable now that you've gotten some of the tools and the resources and the understanding. By cultivating our emotional intelligence in our homes and communities, we can leave a legacy of positive influence and inspire future generations to lead with empathy, compassion, and integrity. Certainly, it is possible to excel as a leader in a professional setting while facing challenges in leadership at home. Did you hear that? Because I don't want you to exempt yourself. I don't want you to put yourself out. It is possible to excel as a leader in a professional setting while facing challenges in leadership at home. So don't beat the family up, please, because God loves your family. So you don't want to be in enmity with God. He loves your family. The Bible says if you give that woman a hard time, that hard time you're giving her can hinder your prayers. So please do yourself a favor. Don't beat your family over the head. It's going to cost you too much, sir. For you, sir, so much has been given, so much is required from you. So be careful with that. Understand that there is a great calling and expectation on you. And it's going to take ongoing practice. It's going to take ongoing practice. And it's okay. You may say, oh, I don't have to go through this in the office. I'm well respected there. Well, your leadership probably shows up better there. And when you come home, you left the EI at the doormat with your shoes. And now you come in here like a wild beast. You won't do that in the job, but you'll do it at home. That's not working EI. That's having two faces. And we've done it because that's all we've known to do. It's the best thing we can do. And we've probably seen it displayed before us. So we think when we get home that we can treat our family worse than the cashier. We can't not do that. That is unacceptable. And you should feel a deep conviction in you for this. Daniel Werder said man's first responsibility is home. It's his family. And men feel it. You should not beat up on your family through words, through emotional stonewalling, through threats. Yes, sir. We have got to understand that family needs to be first. And it doesn't mean that family got to come before your job. That's not what I'm saying at all. So let me just take a minute and be clear. What it means is your leadership starts at there. And there will be times when you will feel more respected outside the home than your own. And you need to figure out with yourself in prayer, with your coach, with a minister at church, with your pastor, you need to figure out, what am I doing at home that I'm getting less respect at home than I'm getting in the workplace? I've had men say to me that they don't even eat Dunkin' Donuts. They go and they sit in Dunkin' Donuts because the woman there gives them such great conversation. And honestly, they weren't anything that they were flirting with. It wasn't anyone that they wanted to sleep with. They just wanted a woman to be nice to them. And they felt like when they came home, they didn't have the woman at Dunkin' Donuts. Their wife looked better. The wife was more intelligent. The wife had more going for them. But the one thing she did not have going for her is an attitude when he walks in that house. So we have to do better. And most often there's a passive aggressiveness that's working in the home when one does not feel they're being treated appropriately. So things are going to start happening passive aggressively, and your leadership is going to be thwarted, and you're going to have a lot of repercussions and a lot of strongholds against your leadership in the house. But you can figure it out, sir, and we're here to help you out. But I pray for a strong conviction in the Holy Ghost that if your leadership is better than it is at home, I pray for a strong conviction in you to get that right. Because, listen, I've got to go this way. Because if you're in church or in ministry, or let's just say in your company job, and you bring your family to that final Christmas party of the year, or you bring them to some event at the year, or you bring them when you're preaching at church, we're looking at the family and we're looking to see, is there love? Do they honor you and respect you out of fear? Or do they honor and respect you because that's a core value in your house? Empathy, love, second chances, do-overs. Do y'all hear me tonight? This is a big deal. First things first. Leadership starts in the home before it goes out. And that's, again, with any leadership, i.e. pastoring. That's with making disciples, go ye too. And it's also when you are working leadership in the world setting. Emotional intelligence is the foundation of a strong family. If you don't have a strong family bond, go and check the EI for the house. And again, we are here to help you with that. We're not going to abandon you. Because it is not a destination, but a journey, give yourself patience and compassion. Get your support group, men, get your community of men, and bounce off of each other. Don't vent. Don't dishonor your wife and disrespect your wife, but get a nice community, a support network. Man, I'm really struggling at home right now that the Dunkin' Donuts lady gives me a nicer smile than my own home gives me. Remember we talked about covering that night? That's when that man needs to be covered because he doesn't feel respected. So it's easy for him to be wooed by affections by something he may not even want. Who am I talking to tonight? So let's talk about some real life issues and scenarios before we close. Scenario 1, the high achieving executive with neglected family time. John is a high achieving executive who commands respect and admiration in his workplace. He excels at making tough decisions, leading his team, and achieving company goals. However, can somebody say however? At home, he often neglects his family, missing important events and not actively participating in family life. What's the solution for John? John should apply his leadership skills from work to his family life. Mic drop. This includes setting clear priorities, time management, and communication. He can schedule dedicated family time and encourage in activities that strengthen family bonds. By recognizing the importance of leadership at home, he can ensure his family feels valued and supported. Because at the end of the day, it's not your career. It's not your homeboys or your girls. It's the family. Apply it at home. Scenario number 2, the micromanager, manager or parent. The micromanager. Scenario: Sarah is a manager known for her micromanaging tendencies at work. She closely supervises her team's tasks, often leading to frustration and reduced productivity. At home, she applies the same micromanaging approach with her children, controlling every aspect of their lives, which strains the relationship. What's the solution? Sarah can benefit from self-awareness and self-regulation. She should recognize the negative impact of micromanagement and work on delegating tasks effectively, both at home and at work. By empowering her team and children to make decisions and learn from their experiences, she will foster independence and trust in them. A micromanager is an enabler. It is bad. You know, us women oftentimes will say, oh, I'll just go ahead and do it myself. You're a micromanager. It's just quicker, micromanager. It's just easier, micromanager. It just gets done right, micromanager. You're not teaching them anything. Oh, what's the other thing we say? I just don't have time to call them down to do it. Come on, get free. Come on, last night it was the passive aggressives. Tonight we got to deal with the micromanagers. It's me, Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Come on, be the first at the altar tonight. Will you come? Will you hear his small, soft voice calling you? Micromanager, micromanager, come to the altar. A lot of us, it's big in women. It's not often men are micromanagers. This is more on women. Let me tell you this quick little story that happened. I think it was this week or last week. I had just finished cleaning and I was tired out. Okay. Because I'm already tired. So you think I'm doing tired already. So you can imagine what that does. So one of little Peyton's friends, most of her friends call me Mima, the one she allows. So this little guy says, Mima, what are you doing? Because they all have to say hi to me when they call her on the phone. Come on, Melissa. She says, I'm right there at the altar. That's all right. Come. Will you come? And so he says, what are you doing, Mima? I said, sitting down, getting ready to eat. I'm tired. I've been cleaning all day. He said, Mima, why you didn't make Peyton clean? And I said, got me. He got me. What can I say? Come to the altar and take a breath, Darlene says. Scenario number 3, the compassionate leader and absent parent. Scenario: Alex is known for his compassion and empathy as a leader at the nonprofit organization he works for. He actively supports and mentors his team members. However, come on, somebody say however. At home, he often works late, attends networking events, and neglects his role as a parent. That's the avoider. Solution: Alex can apply his leadership values from work to his family life. Do you see that that's the answer? He should prioritize family time and ensure a healthy work-life balance. So setting boundaries and effectively managing his time can allow him to be present for his children by incorporating empathy and communication into his parenting. He can strengthen his relationship with his family. Scenario 4, and we're going to be done. The successful entrepreneur with the disengaged spouse. Scenario: Maria is a successful entrepreneur who has built a thriving business. She is known for her dedication and innovative thinking. However, her marriage suffers because she frequently prioritizes work over spending quality time with her spouse. Solution: Maria should practice relationship management skills in her marriage. Effective communication, active listening, and compromise are essential. She can schedule regular date nights and engage in activities that strengthen their bond. By actively investing in their relationship, she can maintain a successful career. She can maintain a successful career. She can maintain a successful career. No one's trying to take your career from you, but spouses get jealous of careers or things that are taking time away from them. That's how they see it. So she can schedule regular date nights and engage in activities that strengthen their bond. By actively investing in her relationship, she can maintain a successful career while nurturing a happy marriage. Sometimes we jump into our work because we can't lead at home. And when we can't lead at home, we find something else where we can. Because if we can lead in our work, we feel respected. We get compliments. We're praised. We're thought of. Hey, I'm running out. You want something to eat for lunch? Hey, I'm running in. Hey, you want me to clock you in? Hey, you want me to do this? And when you get home, you don't get that. So sometimes we jump into work, fake a headache, those type of things, because there's no leadership at home. Let's work on our leadership at home, not dictating, not Gestapo's leadership, influencing and inspiring. A note to ministers and pastors. Emotional intelligence can be immensely beneficial for an itinerant minister or pastor in various aspects of their life and ministry. Number 1, effective communication enhances the ability to communicate effectively, which is vital for delivering sermons, counseling, and interacting with congregants. Pastors with high EI can better understand the emotions of their audience and adapt their message accordingly. We will be dealing with this in the Apostles' House. Number 2, empathy and counseling. Pastors often provide emotional support and counseling to congregants facing various challenges. EI enables them to empathize with individuals, their struggles, providing a compassionate and understanding environment for healing and guidance. Conflict resolution. Pastors may encounter conflicts within their congregation. EI equips them with the skills to manage conflicts with empathy, active listening, and problem solving, fostering reconciliation and harmony within the church. Number 4, stress management. Ministry can be emotionally demanding. You need high EI. You can't have good. You can't have great. You need high EI in ministry when you're dealing with people. Pastors with high EI manage stress, prevent burnout, and maintain their well-being. That's where I is at right now in this year. They can recognize signs of emotional strain and take proactive steps to address them. Leadership and team building. Pastors often lead teams of volunteers or church staff. EI aids in building strong, cohesive teams by fostering trust, effective communication, and collaboration among members. Understanding congregational needs. Pastors with EI can better understand the diverse emotional needs of their congregation. Do you hear the duties for these pastors and ministers? This insight enables them to tailor their pastoral care, sermons, and programs to meet the needs. Number 7, adaptability. Ministry can involve unexpected challenges and changes. EI helps pastors remain adaptable and resilient in the face of uncertainty, allowing them to navigate transitions and setbacks more effectively. Number 8, family and personal life. Maintaining a work-life balance is crucial for pastors and ministers. EI helps them manage the demands of ministry while nurturing their relationships with family members and taking care of their own emotional well-being. Number 9, conflict prevention. We know conflict resolution. Conflict prevention by recognizing emotional cues. Type it in the chat. Emotional cues and addressing issues early. Pastors can prevent conflicts from escalating within the congregation, creating a more harmonious church environment. But you got to be proactive. What good is it if you are a prophet or a pastor and you say, "Oh, I saw that coming," and you did nothing about it? How about conflict prevention? So we don't have to use as much conflict resolution. Number 10, connection and relatability. Congregants often look to pastors as spiritual leaders and role models. Pastors with high EI can connect with people on deeper emotional levels, making them more relatable and approachable. Come on, pastors, you got a big job. Self-awareness. Self-awareness, a key component of EI, allows pastors to recognize their own strengths and weaknesses, ensuring they continually grow and improve in ministry. And 12, in community engagement. This is for a good portion for itinerant ministers, the ones that travel. IE can be especially valuable when engaging with different communities and cultures. It fosters cultural sensitivity and the ability to connect with diverse groups effectively. In summary, EI enhances a pastor's ability to connect with their congregation, provide effective pastoral care, and navigate the emotional demands of ministry. It can lead to more successful and fulfilling pastoral work, benefiting both the pastor and the congregation. Can I say this? Your church, your congregation is as healthy as its pastors. Boom! Who's dropping the mic for me? Where you at, Karen? Your congregation is as healthy as its pastors. Burnout is real. We want a more successful and fulfilling pastoral work, benefiting both the pastor and the congregation. In all of these scenarios, the key in recognizing the needs to apply emotional intelligence and leadership skills, both at work and at home. Effective leadership transcends titles and extends to all aspects of life. Self-awareness, empathy, communication, and balance are vital tools for success in both professional and personal realms. I would personally love to work with you in your leadership roles. Contact me for a free consultation and let's watch you evolve in your life leadership roles. I am Dr. Apostle Suzanne M. Howard. I am not only your host, but I am the creator of what we have been indulging in for the last 27 days and the last 8 years. I would like to introduce you to section page 210, I believe, leadership. And that's where we will begin tomorrow. Bring your water, bring your Advil, bring a nice preacher's cloth with you, because we're going in to the souls of leadership. Thank you for being with us tonight. We appreciate your time. Please like and share. Please comment. And pieces. We'll see you tomorrow night. I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. Good night.